Anyway, it's 6:15 on a Tuesday evening. Welcome to the evening show. It'd be weird if this was breakfast, wouldn't it? Although, thinking about it, producer Adam, we are like the breakfast show to New Zealand. How far are New Zealand ahead? They got to be at least. They're 11 hours ahead, isn't it? Oh, it's a bit of an early breakfast show, though, isn't it? It's an early breakfast show in Wellington, New Zealand. Hello to New Zealand. We're also, by the way, hang on, what would we be in America right now? Lunchtime, wouldn't we? We'd be like lunchtime in Florida and New York. We'd almost be breakfast in LA, wouldn't we? Breakfast, yeah, it would be mid-afternoon into. What am I going on about? God, dear, we're 15 minutes into the show. I've already gone sideways. Goodness gracious me. Back over here, Jelly. Back over here. It's uploader time. And as always, we like to present you and your work to the rest of the county. So if you are making anything, if you're being creative in any fashion whatsoever, please share it with us. I don't mind if it's something that's non-audible. I really want to make that a point, stress that, because if you're doing like tapestry work or painting or sculpting, maybe you work with, I don't know, maybe you make metal sculptures or something like that. And you think, well, how am I supposed to do that on the radio? You let me work that out. Just send me some photos of what you're making so I can see what it is. We'll get you on the show and we'll talk about it. We'll shout about it from the roof. If it's music, it's podcasts, it's poetry, it's stories, if it's motivational speeches, it's all very welcome here. And in fact, that last one I mentioned is where we go tonight with Jag Singh from Grays. Does lots of motivational speeches. Probably one of the most confident and most motivational people I've ever set my eyes and ears upon. And I'm very glad to say he's back on the show tonight. So firstly, thank you for your uploads. Jag, how are you?
Not bad, Rob. Not bad. Thank you very much for this.
Hey, you're very welcome. It's good to have you back on. Did you have a lovely Christmas and New Year period?
Yeah, just made the most of it, like everyone has, I suppose. We have to make the most of it, enjoy ourselves, and respect the people we've got around us and appreciate them.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew that's the response I'd get from you as well. I knew that it'd be just a vibe of positivity, and regardless of, I know we all had a slightly quieter, more low-key version this year. But it's great to have you back. As someone who does what you do in your speeches and your motivation, how often would you perform to a mass audience as opposed to working with people on an individual or even small group basis?
Whenever possible, Rob. Whenever possible. I mean, I do a lot of Zoom debates. I do a lot of seminars on Zoom. Also, it's not just the motivation, it's also ethnicity as well. Obviously, making sure that everyone out there is equality, diversity. I do also anti-knife crime. I do motivation. I mean, as many times as I can, Rob. But you know what, Rob? I don't think I still like to send more messages out there to the people, because especially at a time like now, at the moment, when people need it more than ever to, find themselves, find their self-confidence, and believe in themselves, and have hope that things are going to get better.
Yeah, and they will do. And I really hope what I said last night wasn't taken sort of out of context or missed sincerity at all, because it was difficult to hear what we heard last night at 8:00 with Boris Johnson. But the vaccine has started rolling out now, and and as long as we all kind of follow what we've been asked to do for just a little longer, we get the vaccine out, get the vulnerable protected, we can get back to what we all love to do, and that is going having a coffee, going and seeing a theatre show, going to the cinema, seeing loved ones that we haven't seen for months or even, over a year at this point for some of us. I get that. But it is just that little thing. And it's the little things as well that matter. It's the little things that add up. And I think a lot of that comes across in your messages, whatever it might be that you're talking about. We're not asking you to climb mountains half the time as well. It's about making little changes on a regular basis, and they become permanent changes that have big effect down the line, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, right now, what I do when I get some spare time is I call it reach out time. What I do is I get the phone and just phone someone up and talk to them, whether it's an elderly person or a friend, reach out time, because this is the time that we need to communicate with each other, and need to know that we're there for each other, and sometimes some words with someone, words of encouragement can go a long way, Rob, a long way.
Yeah, they really can. And you sort of having you on tonight reminded me of the whole ask twice idea. If you ask someone how you doing and they kind of give you the generic British thing of, yeah, right, ask them again, because I guarantee the second time around they won't hit the same intonation, and you might just pick up on a little something where they're actually a little tired. Maybe they're a little bit flatter than usual, and that's when you can sort of say, what's up? What's happening? Talk to me. And you haven't got to be out of. I think one of the things I learned a lot out of the last year or so is that you haven't got to have the answer. Sometimes just being a pair of ears can mean
100%.
so much. And I say that to someone like you who speaks, as much as you do. But actually, sometimes asking that person or asking that, reaching out, as you say, is an offer of ears, not words.
And also, it's a bit of a therapy as well. When you're someone's sitting there listening to you, Rob, it's like therapy as well. It feels it's like someone's actually genuinely interested in you. They want to know what's happening in your life. And it makes you feel good that someone's listening to you. And you're just 100% right. Listening is a major tool. It is such good therapy just to listen to people. But it's got to be genuine. You haven't got a heart in it, and you've got to believe that this person here is actually opening their heart up to you, and that can go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I've seen it last night, and I'm kind of really trying to make a big thing about it this week because it's the first week of the new year. We know it's going to be a long month, all told. 0800 1 40 41 is our number. Producer Adam and I will be here every night from 6 till 10, Monday through Thursday. You want to just chat to another person that doesn't maybe know you, just pick the phone up and have a chat with us. I can chat to you during the songs. You haven't got to come on the radio, anything like that. If it just helps alleviate a bit of something, you just want to shout down the phone at someone, it's okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's that's what you need. Sometimes you can't find a closet to go and shout into, and I get that. And sometimes you want to get involved in the nonsense as well. I like to make sure there's a little dribble of nonsense in the show throughout. Then please feel free to do so. You can text the show, you can call the show, and I hope there's a little bit of a sanctuary for people to use as well. But over sort of the festive period, generally speaking, in a normal sort of time, would you find yourself doing less or more kind of outreach work?
I found myself doing more because I put myself out there, Rob, especially at a time like this. Like I said before, I've been making more videos than ever. I've been doing TV shows more than ever. I've been reaching out to these people to show to people that, that we can be positive. We have to be positive. Defeat is not an option. Defeat is not an option. We can't sit there and say to ourselves that, that we're going to give up, and we've got to keep going forward. And I found that reaching out to more people, especially at a time like this, has actually changed lives, has made people realise, sometimes the most simplest things, this is the most simplest things can make a big difference, Rob, and speaking to people, hearing what they got to say. I mean, some people say to me, Jag, I've got no confidence at the moment. I don't know. I just feel flat out, I'm out, and I speak to them. And, if anyone wants to contact me, they're more than available, more than happy to speak to anyone out there who needs to build up their self-confidence, because I say to these guys, you don't have to go out there and earn £1 million to be confident. You don't have to go out there and have the Arnold Schwarzenegger body to be confident. All you've got to do is just take care of yourself a little bit, have a little bit of grooming, do you have a little bit of shave, make yourself feel good, listen to music, laughter, find those films that make you laugh. Everyone has a film that makes them laugh, man.
Absolutely. In fact, that's what we'll do. I'll just for right now, for the next 10 minutes, I want you to think of that film. And if you want to text me, you can. If you just want to think of it yourself and keep it yourself, that's also cool. What is that film? Think about it for me in the next 3 minutes. What is that film that genuinely makes you belly laugh out loud? I'll go right now and say my old man can watch Home Alone every day for a year, and he would still laugh the same at the same points. When Marv and Harry get hit in the face with a pot of paint, he's gone. Belly laugh, jiggles around and everything. It's just fantastic. It's funny to watch him laugh, actually. So you've got 3 minutes to think of your favourite film that makes you laugh, and we'll talk more with Jag in just a moment. Uploader of the night with us, Jag Singh, all round, positive man, and I love people like this as well. I have certainly struggled. I have no qualms in putting my hand up and saying, do you know what? In the last year, I've had my moments. I've really kind of had moments where I've struggled to kind of be positive, think forward, look at the future, look at the light ahead of yourself, and things like that. And it has been hard, but I've done little things, and as Jag has just discovered, because I've just remembered to take my hat off, I dyed my hair cosmic sunshine yellow.
Looks amazing. Looks amazing.
Which a lot, so many people had something to say about, which is understandable. But I did it, as I said to Jag during the song, I did it because I was kind of feeling like I needed something just to make me smile, even if it was smile because it was ridiculous. And it did every morning. I wake up now and still sort of look in the mirror and go, you are one hell of a Wally. I tell you, Jelly, you really. But
Rob, does it make you feel good?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
That's
it does.
it. That's what matters. It doesn't matter what everyone says or what they think. It's what makes you feel good in your heart, and you've done it, and you're just like shining that hair, man, and you're loving every bit of it. Well done, and I encourage that to everyone to follow the example of Rob. Yeah, dye your hair, go out there, just enjoy yourself. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it likely goes wrong a lot of the times. I've done it quite a few times now. I'm getting quite good at it. So please do not blame me or Jag if you do it for the first time and it goes a little skew-if, all right? That is not our fault. That's on you. Anyway,
Rob,
Jag,
it's your feel-good factor.
It most certainly is. It really is. And talking of that, you've sent us another video, which is very kind of you, which I'm going to share with people in just a second. But there's a couple of things I need to people to know about, and that's your book, which is called Unbreakable.
That's right. Yes. I mean, Rob, a lot of people look at me and say, Jag, how come you're so positive? You don't know what it's like being down in the dumps. And my book is a perfect example out there to show people the stuff I went through to get where I am today. We had a tough childhood. It was terrible. But one thing I always had was hope that things are going to get better one day. And they weren't going to happen by themselves. I had to go and make them happen. I had to become motivated. I had to become enthusiastic about life. And my book, Unbreakable, is available at Amazon. And it shows that doesn't matter what you go through in life. Yeah, if you have that hope inside your heart that things are going to get better, they will get better.
They will get better, absolutely. But you also do a little bit of TV as well. You've got a series out at the moment, and so the series is called
Positive Minds, and it's on the Seek channel on Sky TV. I've just finished the first series. I spoke to 12 amazing people, done 12 amazing episodes from charity workers, businessmen, people who talk about how they can change, how people can change their lives, how make their lives better. And that's the message I said in the program. I mean, as I said, it was successful in the first series, and we're starting a new series at the end of this month. And I've got some amazing guests lined up with great positivity.
To think that you can be a guest on this show and you have the amazing people makes me very, very privileged to have you as part of it, Jake. So thank you very much.
No, thank you.
The video you sent us was called "How to Boost Your Self-Confidence Right Now," which, let's be fair, as you've mentioned a few times, the timing is absolutely spot on. This video is available online for people to watch.
That's right. Yes, it's on my YouTube channel, The Inspiration Zone. Log on, and there's many other videos as well that people can watch.
All right, awesome. Well, listen, I'm going to say no more about it. I'm just going to say, Jag, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for continuing to spread the message you do. Great to have you back on the show at the start of the year as well, as we start this new year, new opportunities, new goals and things. I want to share it with people now, but go well, be safe, and I'll catch up with you very soon, Jag.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Take care, my friend. Thank you very much. This is Jag Singh's video, How to Boost Your Self-Confidence Right Now.
Okay, so how to build your confidence. Okay, here's a simple method of how you can right now build your confidence, okay, your self-confidence. People say to me, Jag, they want to have more confidence. And I say to them, okay, so how we're going to do this is by me asking you one question. And that question is, what is your feel-good factor? Okay, so what is it that makes you feel good about yourself? Many people reply to me saying that they haven't got one. There's nothing that makes them feel good about themselves. And there's some people say, yeah, there's one or two things that make me feel good about myself, but they're nothing major. That's the thing. A feel-good factor doesn't have to be a major thing, like going out there and earning millions of pounds and going out there and having a super fit body. No, a feel-good factor can be something really simple. Having your hair done, having a shave, doing a brisk walk, small things. They can sit down and say, yeah, I feel good for doing that. Okay, feel good factor. Now, if you can't find a feel good factor, then create one. Just create a feel good factor. Go and hug your loved ones. How does that make you feel? Okay, sit down with someone, listen to someone who needs help. Okay, just listen to someone who needs support, someone elderly, sit next to them, give them support, and lend them your ears. And how would you feel after that? Will you listen to your children, elderly people? All these feel-good factors you can do straight away every day. Okay, so find your feel-good factor. It can be anything. Like I said, a haircut, a shave, going out there and do some skipping, walking. Listen to someone. That feel-good factor is what will make you raise your confidence, because you'll sit back and you'll say, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I feel good for that. I did that. You're feeling good. Now what you've got to do is you've got to bombard yourself with feel-good factors, lots of feel-good factors. Okay, it doesn't have to be nothing major, like I said before. Applying for jobs, if you're looking for jobs, go to work, 5 interviews, 5 applications, line them up, feel-good factor. Go to these interviews, try, if you don't get it, doesn't matter, move on, next interview. Same for your training, okay, if you say to yourself, I can't get myself to train, I can't get myself to get up and do that workout, doesn't matter, start simple, something small, brisk walk, a few weights, invest in some weights. And after you've done these things, when you've actually gone out there and made the attempt to make it happen, you will raise your feel-good factor. And by doing so, you raise your confidence. So what's your feel-good factor?
Jag Singh, our first uploader of the night. Thank you very much indeed, sir.